So with that being the
So,
case, I think maybe we want to, just give a couple of minutes here before we wrap up with regards to that latest fire that we had talked about here a little bit out in County Galway, where there was a hotel that was set on fire.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I'm just going to put it on the screen right now, but that's exactly it. And I think it really is kind of, um, sorry, pardon me for one sec, but it
Yeah,
really is
please
kind
do.
of the I would say it's more the elder population, because I would say anybody younger than 50, they don't want to rock the boat. But I think the older generation, the farmers, the hardworking guys that are just, they're, as you said, their side gigs are being taken by foreigners, whether it's driving taxis or, hustling or even stealing bikes around Dublin, which was a huge, I mean, I bought a bike, it was stolen in 4 hours and I had a
Wow.
locked garage. I mean, that's a
Wow.
huge business, and it's on the boat straight to Holland or whatever. And like, that was my third bike. They all get stolen. I mean, that's just, so there's no point, but like, so I think they're taking it into their own hands now. It's just like, so there's like a beautiful, hotel in Galway, and it was meant to hold like asylum seekers. And you kind of feel sorry for the hotel owners, because they're like, hey, I got, a hotel booked now for years or months for all my rooms. And it's just like, I'm going to make a fortune. And the guys are like, well, we're going to have all these people in our, in our classrooms. They're going to take up our hospitals, which they're doing already. And the guys are like, we're just going to burn it. I'm assuming so. I mean, if you can see by the article,
Yeah.
it's suspected arson, but it was going to hold 70 asylum seekers. And they burned it, I think, just, the other day. I mean, it was, so the
Now,
date
if I'm
on
not
that.
mistaken, I think this hotel was owned by Americans and they sold it to the government, is my understanding, that this is actually a government facility now. So it's a hotel, but it's not owned by like, small business owners or even like a conglomerate of some description or hotel management group. It seemed like it was government. I could have that detail wrong, but I think that that was the case. So that may have been a part of it as well, that it was targeted for that, to say, hey, if it was arson, and we don't know. But again, this seems to be potentially the beginning of a pattern. So it'll be interesting to see if this continues on or if this is something of a one and done.
Well, that would make a lot more sense, actually, because I didn't understand, because it's not like the Irish to burn down like a hardworking family's hotel.
Right.
But if the government bought it, now that makes a lot more sense. And that's what the kind of the disconnect I was having, because, it's a lovely hotel. It did look like, I just saw pictures before. And, and you would say the government didn't buy it. The government's bank probably repossessed it. The
Yeah, it's
government doesn't buy anything. So I would say the government, these guys probably had a big loan, and the government, again, owning all the banks, came in and probably said, look, we're probably going to default on you, or why don't you do a quick deal? You'll get away with some money. You're not even in Ireland, and they probably have to take the deal, which, having had that experience, you kind of have to take the deal, because not taking the deal, you end up with nothing and they come after you for more. And